Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, your weekly update on what's happening in and around the country in the field of science, technology, research and innovation. With a special focus on India, we bring you the stories that have the potential to change the S&T landscape of the country and impact your life. From the institution of a new national award by the Technology Development Board to the satellite tagging of olive ridley turtles on the west coast of India, we have plenty in store for you. But as always, let's begin with the headlines. Union budget presented for the year 2022-23. More than 14,217 crore rupees allocated to the Ministry of Science and Technology. Allocations increased for the Ministry of Earth Sciences and the Department of Space. Technology Development Board launches a National Tech Excellence Award for Women. Applications invited from women scientists and entrepreneurs for this year's award to be presented on International Women's Day. Satellite tagging of olive ridley turtles begins on the west coast of India. Satellite transmitters are being installed on olive ridley turtles in Maharashtra in collaboration with the Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun. And the spectacular drone light show organized at the Beating Retreat ceremony has made history. 1,000 Made in India drones were flown by a DST-supported startup, making India the fourth country to conduct such a show. And now the stories in detail. On 1st of February, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Union Budget for the year 2022-23 in the Parliament. In the spirit of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the budget kept its focus on priorities like inclusive development and PM Gati Shakti. The Union Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, has termed it a futuristic budget with scientific vision and startup incentives. Let us take a look at the proposals for the science and technology in the budget.
On February the 1st, India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented before the Parliament her fourth and the second paperless budget. In her budget speech, the focus was sharply on employment-oriented issues, including integrated development, PM Gati Shakti, and the promotion of digital technology. Just like in the past, there were a lot of important announcements for the field of science and technology. In view of the upcoming space missions, the budget allocation has been increased for the Department of Space. The Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, has called it a futuristic budget with a scientific outlook and startup incentives. A total of Rs 14,217.46 crore has been allocated to the Ministry of Science and Technology in the Union Budget 2022-23. Out of this, 6,000 crore rupees will go to the Department of Science and Technology, 2,581 crore rupees to the Department of Biotechnology, and 5,636.46 crore rupees has been allocated to the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. Of this, Rs 2,894 crore has been allocated to the central sector schemes under the Department of Science and Technology. Rs 1,680 crore to central sector schemes under the Department of Biotechnology, while for the central sector schemes under the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, an amount of 39 crore rupees has been allocated, as against the allocation of Rs 35 crores in the previous budget. A provision of Rs 5,562 crore has been made for the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research that has made significant contributions to the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. The Ministry of Earth Sciences will receive a total of Rs 2,653.51 crore for the upcoming financial year. A sum of Rs 650 crore has been announced for the Deep Ocean Mission. This will give a huge impetus to this mission that aims to boost the blue economy focused on exploring the vast resources present in our oceans. Keeping in view the challenges of climate change and natural disasters, the budget for the Meteorological Department has been increased from Rs 469.75 crore in 2021-22 to Rs 514.03 crore for the next financial year. This year's budget also allocates 13,700 crore rupees to the Department of Space, which is a jump of about 1,000 crore rupees compared to the last year. This allocation will help accelerate the work of India's ambitious manned space mission Gaganyaan and Chandrayaan-3. Apart from this, there is a target to accelerate missions like Aditya L1 and Venus, which will further strengthen India's reputation in space while also helping create new industries and employment in this field. In order to encourage young entrepreneurs, this year's budget extends the tax exemption for startups by 1 year. It also makes provisions for export promotion and domestic production incentives.
Eligible startups established before 31/3/2022 had been provided a tax incentive for 3 consecutive years out of the 10 years from incorporation. In view of the COVID pandemic, I propose to extend the period of incorporation of the eligible startup by 1 more year.
In addition to the ongoing health projects, 2 digital schemes for public health have been announced in this budget. A new open platform will be launched to establish a national digital health ecosystem under the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, along with the National Tele-Mental Health Program. The latter will see a network of 23 tele-mental health centers of excellence across the country. Promoting digital technology in government services, Union Budget 2022-23 proposes to introduce digital currency using blockchain technology from this financial year. Key announcements relating to digital banking units, digital universities, artificial intelligence startups in 75 districts, and space technology have also been made.
Introduction of a central bank digital currency will give a big boost to digital economy. Digital currency will also lead to a more efficient and cheaper currency management system. It is therefore proposed to introduce digital rupee using blockchain and other technologies to be issued by the Reserve Bank of India starting 2022 and 23.
An additional allocation of 19,500 crore rupees will be made for incentives associated with the production of high-efficiency solar PV modules to achieve the target of reaching 280 gigawatt of solar capacity by 2030 under green energy. In the telecom sector, the spectrum for 5G mobile services will be auctioned this year. These technology-focused announcements will give a big boost to innovation-based startups from the sector, which in turn will help in providing employment to the youth and making the country more self-reliant.
The Technology Development Board of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, has instituted the National Tech Excellence Award for Women as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. A total of 8 awards will be given to honor the outstanding contribution of women scientists and entrepreneurs to the commercialization of innovative indigenous technologies. The awards will be presented on International Women's Day, and the last day to apply for this year's award is 15th of February 2022. Let us see our report to get more details.
The Government of India is continuously focused on strengthening and encouraging women's empowerment in the field of science and technology through various schemes like Kiran and Gati. As an extension of these efforts, the Technology Development Board, an autonomous body of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, has instituted the National Tech Excellence Award for Women on the special occasion of the 75th year of India's independence. Under this, the awards will be presented on International Women's Day on the 8th of March 2022. The awards aim to honor the outstanding contribution of women scientists and entrepreneurs to the commercialization of innovative indigenous technologies. The Technology Development Board has invited applications from Indian women scientists and entrepreneurs for the same. Interested candidates can apply for National Tech Excellence Award for Women 2022 by visiting the official website of TDB, www.tdb.gov.in till 5 p.m. on the 15th of February 2022.
Considering the fact that Government of India is giving lots of priority or initiatives to promote women in science and technology, so it is women development to focus has changed to women-led development. So to celebrate, to felicitate this women achiever, so this year Technology Development Board for the first time has instituted award especially for women and in 2 categories.
The awards are sector agnostic and will be given under 2 categories: National Women Scientist Award for Excellence in Translational Research and National Women Entrepreneur Award. Both awards will be presented in 2 distinct subcategories of senior, 45 years and above, and young, below 45 years. The senior awardees will receive a cash award of Rs 3 lakh, while the young will receive a cash prize of Rs 1 lakh. The number of awards in each category will be 2. The Technology Development Board, under the Department of Science and Technology, works towards providing financial assistance for indigenous technology development while promoting new ideas and products of small enterprises. The Technology Development Board National Awards are organized every year on 11th of May to encourage innovation. Industries, MSMEs and startups are honored at these national awards for the successful commercialization of indigenous technologies. The National Tech Excellence Award for Women 2022 is also a step taken in this direction, which will exemplify the significant contribution of Indian women to the field of science and technology and entrepreneurship.
This award will be given to a woman scientist who is working in the translational research field, which means that either she has patented a technology and the technology is ready to be given to a industrial body for commercialization, or she has already transferred her technology to an industrial body for commercialization. The second category of award is the National Women's Entrepreneur Award. Here an award will be given under the senior and young category of 3 lakhs and 1 lakh each with a trophy, and the award will be given to a woman entrepreneur who has successfully commercialized a technologically innovative product.
Indian women scientists and entrepreneurs have proved themselves time and again. Not only have they been thriving in translational research, but also in the field of entrepreneurship. This circle of successful women is now spreading to rural areas. TDB's respect and credibility will inspire more and more young women to choose science and technology as a career path. And that exactly is the goal of the Government of India.
A female olive ridley turtle has been satellite tagged for the first time on the west coast of India under a project commissioned by Mangrove Foundation of Maharashtra to the Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun. The research project, which aims to track the migratory movements of the olive ridley turtle off the coast of Maharashtra, will further strengthen sea turtle conservation of India. Here is a detailed report.
Sea turtles play an important role in maintaining the balance of the marine ecosystem. These slow-moving creatures travel long routes from one sea to another and come to the seashores to lay eggs. There are about 7 types of sea turtles that have been identified worldwide, out of which 5 can be found off the coasts of India. One of the smallest among these turtles is the olive ridley sea turtle, commonly found on the country's eastern coast in Odisha and on the west coast in Konkan region of Maharashtra, where they come ashore for hatching. However, the survival of this species has always remained threatened due to the trapping of turtles in fishing nets and the loss of eggs during hatching on the shores. Therefore, efforts were started in 2002 by an NGO along with the Maharashtra Forest Department to conserve these turtles. Under this, monitoring of hatching sites was initiated to protect eggs from animals and humans. Now, taking a huge step forward in their conservation, satellite tagging of these turtles has been started for the first time on the west coast of India, starting from the Velas village of the Konkan region. Here, a female olive ridley turtle has been released into the sea with a satellite transmitter. The turtle has been named Pratham. This project is being done in collaboration with the Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun.
The Mangrove Foundation has now commissioned a research project to the Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun. And in this research project, what we are trying is to study the migratory and movement pattern of these olive ridley turtles. So, and this we are going to do with the help of fixing satellite transmitters on these olive ridley turtles. I mean, this is a unique study, and it will help us to gain a lot of insight into the migratory movements of these turtles, which will hence allow us to implement and design some specific conservation measures in the near future.
As part of this tagging, a transmitter is placed on the back of the turtle. Whenever the turtle comes to the surface to breathe, the transmitter helps in detecting the turtle as it is connected to the polar orbiting satellite.
समुद्री कछुए को तो बहुत दूर दूर तक चला जाएगा, तो उनका ट्रैक करने के लिए तो हमें एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करना पड़ेगा, और वो है सैटेलाइट ट्रैकिंग थ्रू से। तो ये जो मेरे हाथ में जो डिवाइस है, ये सैटेलाइट ट्रांसमीटर बोलते हैं इसको। इसका मेजर हिस्सा है बैटरी का कंपार्टमेंट। तो ये बैटरी जब तक इसमें चार्ज है तब तक ये ट्रांसमीटर एक्टिव रहेगा। आगे एक एंटीना है, और इसमें ये हर प्रोग्राम किया हुआ है कि हर वो जो स्केड्यूल है उसके हिसाब से वो मैसेज देते रहेगा। तो जब भी ये कछुआ सरफेस पे आता है और ये बीप देगा, इंफॉर्मेशन मैसेज पास करेगा, सब ये सैटेलाइट उसको पिकअप करेगा, और लंबे समय तक जितना मैसेजेस उसको आएगा उससे हमें इसका लोकेशन पता करके दे सकता है।
The navigation of turtles for a detailed study was started in 2003-2004 off the Odisha coast. This was followed by one of the largest tracking projects implemented during 2008 to 2010 on the east coast itself, which provided important information on these turtles, travel habits and habitat.
ये जो उड़ीसा का जो ईस्ट कोस्ट का जो पॉपुलेशन है, उसका ट्रैकिंग से हमें पता चला कि ये ज़्यादातर श्रीलंका तक जाएगा और फिर वापस उड़ीसा में आ जाएगा, या वो ईस्ट कोस्ट में रहता है और बे ऑफ बंगाल। तो वो एक अलग सा पॉपुलेशन यूनिट है, सेम स्पीसीज़ है जो दूसरे समुंदर में भी मिलता है, पर अलग सा पॉपुलेशन यूनिट है। और इतने सारे कछुआ में एक भी कछुआ उधर से ये वेस्ट कोस्ट में आया नहीं। जो हमने उड़ीसा में जो ट्रैकिंग किया था वो आया नहीं इधर।
The Konkan coast of Maharashtra is considered a favorable breeding ground for these rare turtles. The turtles have a special attachment to the places where they are born. This is evident because even after 30 years, turtles come to lay eggs at the same place of their birth, after Odisha. So, these beaches need to be protected. Along with other measures, satellite tagging provides complete information about the sea migration route of these turtles, which will prove to be very helpful in their conservation on the west coast.
At this year's Beating Retreat ceremony, the essence of India was beautifully depicted using a drone light show for the first time. The spectacular 10-minute show featuring 1,000 made-in-India drones was organized by Boat Lab Dynamics, a startup supported by the Technology Development Board of the DST. With a marvelous display of technological acumen, India has become the fourth country after China, Russia and UK at conducting such a large-scale show with 1,000 drones. Here is a report.
The beating retreat ceremony marks the end of the week-long Republic Day celebrations. This year, the ceremony became more significant, commemorating the 75th year of independence. Displaying as always the flavor of patriotism, this year's splendid show also displayed for the first time a drone light show. The dazzling show that depicted the essence of India and highlighted the 75th year of India's independence rightly became the highlight of the ceremony. 1,000 indigenous drones mesmerized everyone with their bright, colorful and spectacular formations over Raisina hills, displaying the spirit and achievements of Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat. The 10-minute show captivated the audience with its precise synchronization, reflecting India's technological expertise. With the successful hosting of this show, India has become the fourth country after China, UK and Russia at conducting such a large-scale drone show. This drone show was conceived, designed and produced by Boat Lab Dynamics, a startup incubated by IIT Delhi. This startup was selected among the top 10 startups of the country in the design and technology development of drones and intelligence vehicles by the Department of Science and Technology. The Technology Development Board of the DST provided financial support to the startup for the drone show project at the beating retreat ceremony, and with this support, the Boat Lab team was able to develop a fleet of 1,000 drones in 6 months. The reconfigurable swarming system consisting of 1,000 drones was indigenously developed for the 3D choreographed drone light show. The Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, even met the founders and engineers of the startup before the show. And on the evening of 29th January, the successful effort of these young engineers created history at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Government of India is continuously working to encourage more innovative and sustainable startups to make the country a global hub of startup ecosystems. Drones are a perfect example of today's cutting-edge technology that brings ease and speed to every field, and this technology is bound to play an important role in the coming decades.
And now let us have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our segment Science Express.
Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has informed that the government is making various efforts to promote research and innovation in future energy materials in general and in aluminium-ion batteries, sodium-ion batteries, polymer batteries and graphene-based batteries in specific. He informed that the Department of Science and Technology has supported 42 projects in this direction, whereas Niti Aayog has nudged institutions to focus on creating world-class EV R&D infrastructure and innovation programs to create future workforce and facilitate the acceleration in adoption of the electric mobility ecosystem in India. At the same time, DST's International Advanced Research Center for Powder Metallurgy and New Materials is working on indigenous technologies to develop sodium-ion batteries and electrode material production of lithium-ion batteries. ISRO is also working on indigenization of graphite-based materials and lithium-ion cells for space applications. The Department of Atomic Energy has manufactured sodium-ion coin cell using indigenously synthesized electrode material. Indian scientists have devised a new process for increasing the efficiency and stability of titanium dioxide nanorods based on perovskite solar cells. scientists from the International Advanced Research Center for Powder Metallurgy and New Materials, an autonomous institute of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, have increased the efficiency and stability of titanium dioxide nanorods-based perovskite solar cells by varying the length and porosity of the TiO2 nanorods. The porosity depends upon the interpore distance between the two TiO2 nanorods and plays a vital role in perovskite infiltration and sensitization. But it changes as the growth of the nanorod length increases. Now, Indian scientists have devised a process to control the length, porosity and morphology of the titanium dioxide nanorod's compact film to nanostructured film. It will help develop solar cells with a stable light harvesting active layer. This work was published in the Journal of Alloys and Compounds. According to a recent study by the University of Cambridge, climate change is causing plants in the UK to flower a month earlier on average, and this change could have profound consequences for wildlife, agriculture and gardeners. For the study, the researchers used over 4 lakh records from Nature's Calendar, maintained by the Woodland Trust, to study changes in 406 flowering plant species in the UK between 1753 and 2019. It was found that the average first flowering date from 1987 to 2019 was 1 whole month earlier than the average date from 1753 to 1986. This period coincides with the acceleration of global warming from human activities. This can cause ecological mismatch, leading to loss of biodiversity. The results of the study have been published in the journal Proceedings of the Royal Society B.
And that is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we'll take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically.